Hello, how are you today, this evening, wherever you are in the world? It's daytime here. I'm coming at you from Melbourne, Australia. We are still in lockdown, but we don't have a curfew anymore. We can only go 5 kilometres from home, so you can do that for longer now. Anyway, we're getting there. Case numbers are coming down, so it's super exciting. Aside from that, I can't tell you how many times I tell my clients to stop talking about the process or the what's contained in their programs rather than the value that they create. And particularly if we're looking to sell at a higher value than, our default, we'll mark it down and make it cheap so more people can buy, then I want you to really consider the value that you provide and how you can drive more value in your offers by being interesting and different. Okay, so I want to talk about what you need to consider in order to stand out in a crowded market, in order to buck the trends of the economy, whether you need, market conditions are tighter. Of course they are, right? That's going to happen. There's more fear and uncertainty about what's going on. But so how do we overcome that with our offers? How do we make sure that we can still increase our prices or charge a premium price for our amazing coaching or consulting, right? And how we do that is standing apart from the competition. So I want to talk about a couple of ways to do that, because it's not really price and it's not really stuffing more stuff in what you do. I don't care how many modules you got in your online course. So I don't care if you give me 5 video sessions in your offer. I don't want you to keep telling me how great your course is. I want you to take a step back and really start thinking more about how you solve a problem differently, how you're unique, right? How your approach is unique and why that is what your client needs. Okay, so let's talk about this in terms of, say, the promise of what you do. What industry are you in now? I mean, type a comment and let me know, what industry you're in. I'm in business coaching, right? Making my clients more money online, helping coaches and consultants create more clients and make more money online, right? How many people do you think are out there doing such things? Lots. Lots and lots and lots and lots, right? So it's a real challenge to be able to stand out and create something that is unique or looks at the problem that most of my clients are facing differently. And I want to show you in a simpler way how to do that. I'll tell you how I do that, but I also want to show you in a simpler way, demonstrate how, like, some of my clients have done that, so you can see how that might apply to you, right? So say, for example, one of my clients, Natalie, had she was a career coach, okay? Mainly for newer job hunters, college grads, people in the early phases of their career, okay? And her promise was a general, hey, I hope you land that great job that's going to launch your career, okay? Now you think about how many people have heard that. How to land your job, interviewing techniques, where to find the best jobs, that kind of stuff, right? So she's in a very crowded marketplace. So how can she take that and turn it on its head? Because the next step, obviously want to have a promise. You need to solve a problem, right? That's step one. Second one, how can you do it in a new, unusual, or different way, okay? Why? Because you're going to get noticed, okay? And there will be more value associated with that, okay? So what drives value? Either you're going to save time, you're going to save money, you're going to make things easier, or it's new and it's different. That's what gets attention, and that's what drives purchase. Not that your program's so great and you're amazing. That's not going to do it. It's not going to cut the mustard particularly when you're in a competitive niche. Okay, so how do you fulfill it in a way that's different? So what Natalie had was, and the way that we kind of explain this is with what I like to call I'll get to that in the second place. Okay, how do we fulfill it differently? So hers was that the best jobs aren't advertised, right? So when you first hear that, because what's most of the career advice out there? Go on the websites, apply for lots of jobs. Here's some resume tips. Here's your interviewing questions. She's saying, well, none of that is even going to help you because you don't know where to find the best jobs because they're actually not advertised. So I'm going to show you where to find the best jobs because it's hidden, right? So hang on, wait a minute. I've been creating resumes and sending off interviews and getting nowhere, or sending off applications, going for interviews, and I'm still not, there's so many people going for them. It's so competitive, right? What if I told you that the best jobs for college graduates are actually hidden and it's not what's advertised? I need to show you the way to find those jobs that aren't advertised. Most of the best jobs aren't advertised because their employers don't want hundreds of people applying. They want to cherry pick the best graduates. I'm going to show you how to find those jobs. Hang on a minute. That's way more valuable than giving me resume tips and interview techniques because I'm going to actually access something most people don't even know exists. How cool is that? See how I suddenly made a really generic, crowded, competitive promise stand out like crazy, right? So not only that, then I want to be able to have some kind of statement that then, what I like to call a core concept. Now, this wasn't my words. I can't remember who I first learned it from. I think it was a guy called Justin Livingston. He probably learned it from somewhere else, right? That what does your client need to believe in order to buy, right? And I can guarantee it's not that you have 5 coaching sessions or that you've coached with XYZ, right? Sure, that adds to your positioning. But what do they need to believe in order to buy? Well, in this instance, what they needed to believe in order to buy Natalie's stuff is that Natalie's approach will help them find the hidden jobs that aren't advertised, that will give them that leg up, that will help them create the career of their dreams, okay? So when they believe that the career launcher method will uncover all the hidden jobs and connect them with those opportunities and show them how to land them, then game changer. We don't need to be convincing anymore. We become the valuable option, right? Which then allows you to charge more because the value is there. Rather than, hey, I'm a career coach. Like, you can book in for five sessions with me. I'll help you get a job. Okay, great. Sounds really exciting. How much do you think you'd be able to charge for that? Maybe $100 a session, because they're going to be looking at time and, okay, if that's an hourly rate, yeah, okay, I could probably just find that anywhere. And there's nothing different, new and exciting about a general career coaching offer. Okay, so that is a great example of making that different. For me, it was like super challenging to work out, how do I make online business coaching different or new, like, because there's so much out there. And look, there's always like a little bit of a different tactic or technique, or hey, when a launching method or some sexy funnel software and things like that. But what's a way to sort of set yourself apart with creating more clients online? So I kind of had to look into, originally I wanted to share too much of what I did, right? Because the scope was quite big. It'd be like, okay, you just land your message and your message to market and everything will kind of fall from there. But that didn't really land because I tried to just make it too dense and there's too much stuff in there. So then I tried to think, well, hang on, what's the thing that I've been using to get more clients and get more results? And really that was having a mastermind. Rather than just a cheap, low-priced online course, I could create a mastermind which created great results for my clients, was more of a boutique delivery. And then I could start sharing that was a different way to get clients online than the usual thinking of creating an online or a digital course. So that was an example of new and different. I'm trying to think of other clients too. Or weight loss. I had a client who was, doing, rather than emotional eating, right? Psychologists, and talking about the psychology of eating and all that kind of stuff. Who were most of her clients that she had been working with? Well, they'll post weight loss surgery patients, right? So they'd had their weight loss surgery but they were putting on weight, right? After that initial fairy tale losing the weight, then they started putting on their weight. So why don't we just go there? That's what's new, exciting and different about her emotional eating offer. Well, she only talks to a certain type of client, right? So that's pretty cool too. So what I want you to think about is, what is the biggest desire your market has? Not how can you add extra things to your program to make that happen. I do want you to have a repeatable framework that addresses that, but what's their biggest desire, right? Like just try and distill that down into one key thing. Like with Natalie's, they want to land a great job to kickstart their career, okay? For you, what is that? My clients want to get more clients, make more revenue, work from anywhere, doing what they love, right? And as a service-based business owner. For you, what is that? And then what is your promise, okay? What do you promise rather than all the hoo-ha of the delivery? What is your promise? What is your value? That you will help them lose weight without calorie counting, or you will help them make more money in their business without launching, or you'll help them land a job without combing through the online job ads. Like what's that promise? What makes you different? Now this is hard to land on straight away. So, I totally understand that you might go, yeah, okay, I'm a weight loss coach, or I'm a life coach. I help busy mums feel less stressed. Like, okay, great. What's new, exciting, and different about that? How can we dive in and get more value out of that? That's what I do when I'm working with my clients. Like when they come to me, it's like, well, hang on a minute. Let's find the big idea in there. What do we need people to believe in order to buy? How can it be new, exciting, and different and add value and be relatively easy for you to deliver, right? So it's all of those things converging and creating that value upon value that then drives your revenue, that then allows things to convert. Because you've probably done it if you created a Facebook ad, right? You put some copy in there and it's like, no one's clicking on it, right? Because it's probably pretty boring, or they've already seen it, or they don't believe it, or it's not speaking to them in some way. So we've got, some of this, it's like clay on the pottery wheel. We've got to like shape it and evolve it until we land on the right thing. And it's not just always an instant, okay, create that offer and run with it. We might have to like really sit down, and it is so much easier to do with somebody else, okay? Then thinking about how you fulfill that promise. What is the repeatable system that you use with all your clients, no matter what level they're at? They all want to get to that same outcome, and they all want that promise fulfilled. So sometimes it is your system or your approach that's slightly different, okay? And that's what I also like to map out with my clients. What are those repeatable steps or the pillars of what you offer? Okay, so when you start to have those, you can start to charge a lot more for what you do, and you won't default to trying to just compete on price, right? To get the sale, and then you're over delivering, and then like it's just a road to nowhere. So hopefully I'd like you to start thinking about what's new, exciting, and different, or if you don't know that yet, start working on that. Like what could you start to integrate into what it is you offer. Weight loss is one of those things. Like think about book titles. What's going to grab attention? Of course, everyone knows that you move more, eat less, and you're probably going to lose weight. But people are looking for the value of making that easier, or so what's new and different. You think weight loss books are the best category to see that happen time and time again. People think something new is going to be so different. And oftentimes it's still the same thing at the end of the day. So how can you kind of decommoditize what it is you do, so that people aren't just comparing it like, boxes of cereal in the grocery aisle, and how you can really stand out and separate yourself from the competition. So hopefully that's given you some value, and I can't wait to see you soon. All right, take care. Bye.